Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and today I am streaming The Lord of the Rings online with this guy. I feel like he just means business, but this is my Dwarden with the recent update 33.2, I believe was the number. They added a whole bunch of new race and class combinations, so I am finally playing a dwarf that I actually like. I thought I liked my dwarf brawler. He was my first real dwarf, but in comparison, I basically don't like my dwarf brawler, and this one I actually like. There are a few reasons why. So for anybody that perhaps missed my last stream with this character, I think I did it like 2 days ago or something like that. There are some different things going on with this character besides him just being a warden, which I think is one reason that I'm enjoying him. But I am doing on this character, despite me having jewelry and the such, I'll get to that in a moment, the so-called Naked LOTRO challenge, where I will not be equipping new gear as I level, and ultimately, I will probably actually get rid of the gear that I currently have equipped. In particular, the thing that's actually impacting the character the most would be the XP boosting items, and that's exactly the reason I'm using them, is just to get to the higher levels, what I would personally consider the more exciting levels, a little bit faster. So like with Yondershire, I actually started the zone at level 18, which would be the lowest you can start it. Is that correct? I don't think that's actually correct, never mind. 18 would be for the maximum level of the zone. I think 15 would be the lowest you could actually start Yondershire, but anyway, that's beside the point. I'm looking to get through Yondershire and get to Evendom. Once I get to Evendom, that will be when I just totally get rid of the stuff. Last time, because I want viewers to be involved with this whole challenge as it goes through, we did have people vote that I can keep the XP boosting stuff, at least to get to Evendom a little bit faster. So anyway, that's a little bit of background. Oh yeah, so one other reason I'm enjoying this character besides the... Yeah, besides the challenge and all the stuff with Warden and the such. Also, Yondershire. I have never played through the zone before, so this is my first character to go through Yondershire. It's kind of the focus of today because I know yesterday or last stream was a whole bunch of different stuff. We even briefly, I think half an hour spent checking out the minstrel changes and just some different things. So today's going to be entirely focused, at least that's the plan, on the Dwarden and Yondershire questing. I've also realized I need more screenshots of the zone. In particularly, I need good screenshots of Hobbit village areas. So basically something exactly like I am getting now. This is a great time of day for screenshots, so extra benefit here. But there are a lot of pretty scenes in the zone that I'd like to have screenshots of, but I do not. Most of mine are either landscape or just somewhere lighting is unfavorable. Anyway, quest-wise, let's see. Let's go ahead and cancel my Bree quest. I never actually did these. I don't know if I did a single quest in Bree. Let's see, Baggins' birthday. I mean, there's no problem if I get to Rivendell just to keep that on my quest log. We'll go ahead and get rid of the destination Lonelands. Missions, I will eventually probably get to doing those, but I have a lot of quests here in Yondershire, so we'll just get started with, go to the map, track nearby quest to make sure I'm on the stuff that is nearby, and I think we have to travel to Tyfield, so we'll start with that. And then to get to chat, Natha had a question about no LOTRO quest this year, and Natha, if you missed, there's a pretty big change to LOTRO's monetization where I don't think like free quest coupon is really on the table this year, and that would explain why there is not. So there's a lot more free-to-play content basically. And then sign in. Glad I was able to help you with your problem. You had the problem with the camera locking, which for anybody unfamiliar, if you press X, the camera will lock to your target, to your selection, and you can get rid of that also by pressing X. And then Marcus, you have a Stout X Warden. I've seen a lot of people comment on regular dwarf versus Stout X dwarf. for their new characters, whether they're captain or warden. I think more specifically I've seen warden comments. But you're curious about Yondershire. Yes, Yondershire is level 20 to 23, so this is pretty good. If you're level 21, it's a pretty good zone for that. I have quest turn-ins here. I think I had a similar outfit, maybe. No, it was not that outfit, but I had somewhat similar on one character. Oh, there's Bingo Boffin.
Is there something I can do for you?
Wonder if this is, okay, never mind. I was thinking it might have been something else, but looks like we're all clear on that. We do have to go back to Thom Amothere. A visit to Yondershire. Look for Marigold and defeat half-orcs. It's kind of strange because I was just there, so I'm not sure what sequence of events led me to having to go right back there, but that's okay. We can do that. I'm guessing for general progression in the zone, we'll just, I don't know, go kind of in a clockwise circle starting from the no bottle area. It's kind of what I had been doing, but we'll continue that progression. And Zoran, Yondershire is right next from Yondershire, just a little yonder. More specifically, it is kind of north and west of the Shire. You can access it from Little Delving, which of course is more west. Do I have to go back to Mickle Delving again? I do have to go back to Mickle Delving, wow. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. And yeah, as far as being north of the Shire, it also extends all the way to Evendim, which is north of the Shire. So it's a fairly large zone. Many points of access. Personally, I ended up starting it in no bottle. Seems to have been okay to start it there. I think no bottle is also, as far as like the main Hobbit villages go, the most main one. Oh yeah, something I forget is I'll have to actually pay a little bit of attention to this character as I'm trying to use gambits I don't have, but pay a little bit of attention to his health because as you all will see, I kill fairly slowly because I'm still using level 1 weapons. I wanted Bear specifically just so I could finish the Gamwich Game Hunter. As far as killing other mobs along the way, I can get progress on Slayer Deed, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to travel mostly on foot. And yeah, really just kill mobs I see along the way. I can also gather, which is nice. And I can level up. Did I get anything exciting for level 22? I honestly have no idea, because I think I got that trait point at level 21. I guess I can see if I got new gambits. I really forget with the Warden, beyond a certain point, which gambits you get when. Reversal, I don't remember having reversal before. Combination strike, I think that's also a new one. I don't really see much reason to use combination strike though. This is my cat spinning me. That is not me. She used to just help by giving all wonderful cat noises in the microphone, but now she's learned to help by sitting her butt on the keys and making me spin or move or jump. So Marcus, you're wondering if I got the 2 spear, you're saying 2 spear, 2 shield, 2 taunt skills. You get all those at level 21, the Gambit Masteries, and yes, definitely will want to make use of those. Web page, I'm not entirely familiar with good web pages. I think Material Middle Earth might be one, maybe, for a web page with cosmetic sets. I think there are a few different fan ones, but I don't know how well kept up or how many cosmetic sets all the different ones have. I'm actually getting a little bit over leveled. which isn't necessarily a problem. Again, the goal is to get this character to Evendom, so in a way, Yondershire is just a source of XP to help me get there. I guess I've got the good deed. Something I do have to keep in mind, I will want to use some gamuts that aren't necessarily all that great to work on class deeds, especially if I do intend, the big thing is if I do intend to keep this character up long term, getting as many class trait points as possible would be a really huge help, considering I'll have a lack of extra stats from gear. That should be plenty of heals. I could definitely focus on damage. Which actually, the morale tap, if I remember correctly, is one of my stronger dots behind Surety of Death at this point. It's kind of weird. Damn it, there we go. The special word and tab. Yeah, about 50 damage. So what am I doing here? I'm just defeating half-orcs, I think. Oh, I do have an interrupt. I don't know when I got that, but I have that now. Beorning? I don't think Beorning's necessarily a horrible choice for a beginner. It might be a little bit odd because it's the only class in the game where you shape shift. So that could be a little bit of an odd first experience with the game because no other classes really work like that. But overall, I think the Beorning mechanics and like amount of skills you get is fairly beginner friendly because they don't really have all that many abilities. So yeah, I think I'm working on the Bingo Boffin questline, which should be clear since I talked to him earlier. Okay, so I have to go to Gamwich for that. I think I have to go up to the Gamwich area for a couple other things. In a way, I would not mind going ahead and going to Mickle Delving. It'll take a second, but with the Word of Muster to No Bottle, and presumably would be able to do the same thing to get back to No Bottle after swift traveling. Basically, travel is easy in LOTRO, so it shouldn't take all that much time to go down there. There it is. I was going to say I should have that one discovered. Lore Masters get the ability to wield the offhand sword. If I remember correctly, it is level 40. Definitely before 50 and definitely after level 30. So there's at the very least that, but I'm pretty sure it's level 40. Something I saw somebody mention in World Chat is about the torch. And I've had an issue with that. I don't know key mapping. I think it's called lantern or light. But I have had so much issue with that the past long while in LOTRO. It's supposed to work in any region at nighttime, and I think any time of the day if you're in a cave type area, such as Moria. But it's something I think you can actually look. Maybe I should do this. I can't quite do this as much with you all, but if you look in the Lord of the Rings online documents folder, LOTRO.keymap maybe? Yeah, I think key map. That should be F10. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but I have not had that work at all for the past long while. I think it's on in like Moria area. It works fine, but have not gotten it to actually work by manually trying to use it. And hello, Gunner. Let's see. Gotta navigate through all these low-level quests, make sure I'm talking to the right person. Okay, we can continue that, and that has us go. Let me make sure. Oh, it does have us go right here. Right next to that. Okay. Got that, and then Postmaster. Is this a travel now quest? Also, for some reason, that's like way out of place. Oh yeah, because I remember now. So to catch everybody up, we attempted, for some reason, to take I don't know, some sort of package to the Yondershire, and I guess some guards decided to stop me, this giant dwarf, on the way to No Bottle, and for some weird reason they had me go specifically, like it was a requirement in the quest to go right there where the guards were when you can easily go around the other way. So this is the follow-up to that. I think I have to grab that. Nope, it is outside. Like last time we had to do stuff inside. Good evening to you as well, Bella. So we're going to carry this. And it looks like we're going little delving. So it says specifically by way of little delving, but it looks like based on the tracker, you can go any which way you want. This one also does not say to avoid nosy hobbits, which is a little bit odd to me. Like all the other quests, you have to avoid those sorts of hobbits. Did this cat cause the desk shaked from something? Shook. But must have been that cat. I don't know. Marcus, thank you for joining the stream. I hope to have fun as well, and I hope you have fun playing the game. Yeah, the deliver mail-in pie quests, at first, those were the type of quest that I didn't really like. It was kind of like you're just being a servant to hobbits, which is the entire Shire Zone, if we're going to be honest. But I've kind of grown in a way to sort of enjoy them. It's a bit weird. They're not something I want to do all the time, but it's something I don't mind doing every once in a while. It's also something like, for this particular character, I feel like it's extra comical. Like I'm wearing the outfit that you get right as you get out of Isengard. This character was captured in Isengard. Got the mark of the white hand on my back. Generally rough, somewhat torn up clothes. And here I am just delivering stuff to hobbits. With a purse looking... It calls it a satchel, but it looks to me a bit like a purse. I don't even know if I have the Stable Master. Never mind, I do have the Stable Master. This is the type of Stable Master. As much as convenience is nice, this is just one that I feel is kind of pointless and almost, in a way, would make the zone worse by having it there. I don't know if I will ever use that Stable Master. Like, it would be quicker. If I wanted to go to Foxden Heath for some reason, it would be quicker to take that Stable Master, but it's also so close that I feel like I can just run. I have never, before this character at least, have never used this outfit. It's something that just, it didn't really fit any of my characters, especially I played a lot of elves, and it just, to me, never made sense for the elves to use this outfit.
Hello.
So I'm glad I finally have a character that it works, and I like the outfit. Here, I'll get this nice earring that I will not be able to use. Even this level 21 light armor, this would be a huge upgrade for this character. Like 711 armor is nothing to scoff at this point. Like my physical mitigation is 29.8%, and just to show you all, it goes up to 35.8%. I get 6% physical mitigation from that light armor chest piece upgrade that I cannot use. Well, let's destroy it then. Speaking of destroying, I might as well start working on clearing my inventory while we find where we want to go. I think Gamwich, and at this point, I think this is a good one that I can take a swift travel to.
Hello there.
See how many cloaks I can destroy along the way. All of them? All of them. Yeah, it's also been a long while since I've done the Isengard Prisoner quest. I'm thinking my Minstrel will be the next to get to it, but depending how this character goes, he might actually be next. But yeah, I forget. I guess they don't take your weapons, which if I remember correctly, that is what I remember as well. Which is an interesting decision by the orcs. At least they give you a nice outfit that you get to keep. You don't even have to return it. So I'm just going out to get one more bear because I literally need one single bear. And then we can go for turn-ins. That should be plenty of dots. Kind of weird thinking of like being efficient with this character, how different it is compared to other characters. Or not other characters, compared to other wardens, ones that can actually have gear and the such and have on level gear, good updated weapons, all that sort of stuff.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, lack of that means that I have to take more time on single enemies, but I still can optimize time with like stopping the fight before the mobs are dead. And still letting my dots do their work. Because for a normal warden at this level that's actually relatively well equipped, you can just use Surety of Death on a single mob, and that's like all you need. I also see that I might be dropping some frames on the stream. So hopefully that is not too bad. Not yesterday. I keep saying yesterday, but 2 days ago my internet was actually relatively fine. Today I did a speed test before, and I know that's just a single speed test, but that was fine. There we go. Dino Dust. I'm not the biggest fan of the Bingo Boffin quests. They seem to be completely contained, at least this set, completely contained within Yondershire, but it's really throwing me off with the regular zone quest, which is unfortunate. Okay, only one quick blip with the stream. That is good to know. I sometimes wonder, because I've had streams where it's had said, OBS has said like a lot of drop frames, but it might be the video. Well, I'm curious if this is how it works, is the video might go down to a lower FPS, but the audio still stays the same. And that's what I more so care about. If y'all just like miss 10 seconds of whatever's going on, to me that's a bigger concern than say 20 seconds of being at half FPS. At least that's my thought on it. It'd be better. In fact, it'd be best if my internet would and just, this is crazy, but, ooh, wrong one. Just work.
Good day. A lovely day, isn't it?
Because if it was no bottle, I could have used my Warden muster and just wasted 5 silver in like 10 seconds. Hello, Zara. Zara, maybe? Also, now that I don't have cold air blowing on me, I want to turn my AC back down lower temperature.
Oh, good day.
I still don't really have a, say, proper standing mat for my feet, but I have the bath mat, which I notice does help compared to just sitting on the floor.
Hello. Hello.
That's a decent painting. It looks like just a screenshot in the game. Oh, I'm supposed to be appreciating it, not critiquing it. It's a little bit see-through. The painting's not bad, I'm just not the biggest fan of the perspective.
Is there something I can do for you? Please, stay a moment.
Honeymead Lane. So, Angelica gets a house in Yondershire, but no players do.
How do you do?
I'm going to no bottle. I want to save the 5 silver and use my muster. Cat seems to have settled down. Jean, you said you love me, but glad you're enjoying the LOTRO content. I enjoy making the videos as well. I would not be surprised if there's some sort of Shire, let's see, what we got to the south. South Farthing type hobbit housing in the future. I know it's something a lot of players seem to want with Yondershire, and kind of similar, what was the... Maybe it was mainly Yondershire wanted hobbit housing.
Just a moment.
What do you need?
Wrong house. Oh, do I go inside the house? No, we're going inside 8. Honeymead. I don't have the corresponding quest, so we'll have to switch houses at some point. The new level 1 zone. That will be when it comes out, so as Bella says, it's not out yet with Before the Shadow. That will be when you create your character, you should be able to go through the new intro experience, and then you should be able to just go through the zone as you regularly would with something we have right now, like Iraluin, the Shire, Bree. Just travel there on your own and start the new experience, the new book quests, and all the such on your own. There's a lot of Boffins. At least you can just talk to them and get through this a little bit faster. Unfortunately, these Boffins kind of annoy.
Just a moment.
Staring at us. Oh, we got nosy hobbits. Good thing I'm not delivering mail.
What do you need?
I thought I heard a weird noise, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know if it's the game making that noise. Hopefully you all don't hear it. Yeah, that is not the game. That is my speakers making a very staticky noise.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, yikes.
Line in mode.
I also, did my stream stop? No, I think everything's all good. Maybe. Okay, I think everything's all good for real. Oh. It was just my speaker making weird noise, but then my audio just like seemed to completely go out. But I think we're good. Anyway, back on track. Scout a side window. I still think this is the wrong house. There we go. And then take a crate from outside. Fox and Fiddle. Fox and Fiddle would be the inn, which, yeah, right here. This reminds me of my Isengard days. Oh, can't bring it to the door. Wait, we both set down a crate? I don't actually remember seeing him do anything. As far as I know, he was just standing there the whole time. Another crate? That was a little bit of a force of habit when I switched stances to the range stance. That was definitely a force of habit because that is usually what, like, my passive stance on my Warden. Also, these crates get very enlarged when I drop them down. Dino Dust might be the most magical hobbit of them all. Forget the hobbit lore masters. You can just stand there and suddenly have a crate appear. Oh. Hide behind the table. Great hiding I'm doing. Definitely can't see me here. At least the pumpkins see somewhat in season. Because Yondershire would have been released in spring. And this seems like more of a fall table. That would be very tough to sit like that. Oh, faint or lie down. Those are actually... I think faint is my favorite. That actually kind of works though. Like, we're looking from this view, you can definitely see me. But definitely less obvious as well. in the west storage room. Well, that means I have to move. What? Dream emote. I forget the, let's see, I forget where the dream emote comes from. This character does not have it, so there's a start. Dream. Yeah, Dream is champion of the Halls of Night. I'm guessing champion of the Halls of Night requires a little bit more than just running the instance. Oh, they really don't let you leave. This chair looks pretty decent. It would help if I don't totally dwarf the chair. There we go. Sometimes this game amazes me that it actually looks like I'm sitting in the chair this time. It would just be nice if the camera adjusted for the sitting position, so I could actually get a somewhat zoomed in screenshot of me sitting. It's going so slow. Maybe hobbits just aren't that perceptive.
Hello.
I believe I have to go inside to talk to her. Priska. So the very general gist of this quest that I get from running through it kind of rapidly and not paying too much attention is we are having a party for Angelica. Oh, I have a couple quests to do, it looks like. And Dina just wanted to surprise her or something.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Okay, so I've accepted both of these quests. Oh, I thought they were travel now instances for some reason, but no, they'll have me do stuff actually here. So for this, we have to find a hiding spot for the evidence, and we also have to talk to Bingo, Boffin, and Tyfield for one of them. So I'll try to find these hiding spots, and then head up to Tyfield. Okay, so it sounds like for the dream deed, you have to do the, oh, that's a mailbox. You have to do the challenge mode and the 2 challenges. Or 2 parts to it. I wonder if it's just completion and then the challenge mode would ultimately get you it. Oh, facing your fear, I remember that one. Yeah, if it's the challenge mode that you have to run, you would have to run it at the level cap of the game, which would be 140. Unless you're on one of the legendary servers, since Enora is no more. Lower level. Gene, thank you very much for the super chat there. I like the, I'm trying to see what it is. It almost looks like a fox, but it's probably supposed to be a cat. But either way, I like the animal. And I very barely see a 1 come up. But anyway, I appreciate that. And thank you for your support with the content moving forward. It'll help keep things going. A fox saying number 1. Okay. See, I thought it looked like a fox, but it seemed more likely that it would be a cat, but it also does not look like a cat. I guess I'll take a swift travel. Since we have them, might as well use them.
How do you do?
This would be type field. Yeah, it does look like it could be a corgi. I thought it sounded like a cat growl, but I think it was her just making noise. I will just disappear for a second, and the cat disappeared. Oh well. I was going to do cat playtime while waiting. This one, almost. Piper, it looks like she almost wants to play. Oh. Lazy play? I find all the chickens around here entertaining. Okay, Fosco Boffin, I assume, is back. Wait, Boffin's on the loose. Oh, he's actually way in the west. Well, I need to go way west anyway for one of the Game Witch quests, so I will track nearby quests. Just check if there's... That really doesn't help. Check if there was anything else I needed here, but I actually got quests that are not even all that nearby. There we go. For some reason it did one that was far away. Let's see, probably best head. I'm thinking south and north, but based entirely on the map, I can't 100% tell if that will work. I'm guessing it will work, and it looks like it, actually looking around. Great. So I was looking at how long I've streamed since OBS got all messed up and disconnected earlier. It doesn't tell me anymore, or at least it has me going 13 minutes there ago echoing, but it looks like the stream's only been going for like 43 minutes. I'm like, boy, I'm already wanting to sit. I have not been standing that long. So we are looking for a named NPC. No idea what it is, what type of mob it is. I assume it is a beast of some sorts. That's about all I have. I wonder if this character's attack duration is slower than my high level warden, or if there is, kind of like with the champion, people saying the discrepancy between the animation speeds between all of the races, really, but I wonder if that's the case, or sometimes I'm just missing the gambits and wondering if it's more so... what was I gonna say? Yeah, more so me just not having whatever attack duration stuff I could potentially get later, but I'm not even 100% sure on that. I am in redline, so I would expect to have a little bit faster, but I forget from what. Maybe it's for just specking in. Yeah, minus 10% attack duration. So probably not something like that. Could also be a little bit of lag. I noticed especially with Surety of Death, I'll like use the ability and you'll see the whole animation for it. You'll see the enemies get hit by it. And then it's a while later and we'll finally have the damage numbers pop up and their health actually drop. But Haku, you are wondering of the best place to level at 43. There are a whole lot of options. If you're looking to start a fresh zone at level 43, something to consider is Wildwood. If you have access to that one, if you're a free-to-play player, I don't believe you would. But Wildwood's pretty good for that range. Misty Mountains and Ingmar would start a little bit lower, but at least Ingmar would definitely have a little bit of higher. Porkel, you could start it at 43. And what are some other ones? Regian will be coming up at 48. I believe it's 48. And that one you can technically start early, but it'll be high-level mobs. I believe I needed to defeat ruffians. I don't know if these are the ones. Also, I do not want my first death. Where are my green potions? I need green potions. Oh no, that's this character's first death. That's so sad. I should not have died there. That's the worst when you like know you can save yourself, but then you don't. Oh yeah, Ingle of Methathel. That's the one I was trying to think of. That's really just a preview of what's to come, though. With me not having any gear. That will likely be the reality later, which will be exciting. Once I get higher level, I think it'll be more exciting, though. Let's see, I need to go north. Eventually I'll need to go west. And then Lungobel, I actually have a quest way up there, so maybe I should go ahead and do that. I'm just concerned now that the Boffins will send me right back there after I leave. Duck, I play on Langerval. That's the name of the server. So we've moved from Anor and Arkenstone to Langerval when Mykin moved here with the Anor shutdown. Hello, Salmonfire. And then Stat Gaming Esports. He said he'd been watching my videos and decided to come back to Lotro. Hope you're enjoying the game. As far as Gambit Guide for Warden, I do not. That is something I should probably do. Get something a little bit more updated. There's Scuttlechur. This Sneaker Breaker's so ugly that it's actually bordering on cute to me. I forget I have my interrupt. Alright, heals. I think that's enough damage here if I actually use some of these. That definitely will be. What am I in combat with? I did not defeat the wolf, but it disappeared. Did it run away? I have no idea what happened to that wolf, because I don't think whatever last hit... Yeah, that only did 87 damage. I had like 200 health left. Speaking of pets, I forget this character should have a lot of cosmetic pets, just from various packs and the such that I have open. Actually, I only have 3. There's an Ukrosh, which is kind of close to Ninkerbreaker. I don't know if I want either of these following me around. I like of course I like that giant dog from the Minas Morgul one, but there are some that I actually like from these various expansion bundles. Oh, here's something I need.
Just a moment.
Don't know what was up with that hobbit. Oh yeah, the corgi with fireworks. I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a signature. I'm guessing this one. No, this one's another Knickerbreaker. There it is, Knickerbreaker Queen. No, that's not even what I need. Okay, I just saw signature and assumed that was it. I'm guessing this one's a fly though, that I'll be looking for. Yep, there it is. Keen shear. Y'all remember when they called Yondershire a challenge zone? I wonder if having these signatures and be one level above the zone's level range is why, like, one of the reasons they considered it a challenge zone. There have been some somewhat dense-ish mob packs, but a lot of the quests I've had haven't really had much stuff that I'd considered a challenge zone compared to, say, Lone Lands, right at very similar level range, the 20 to 23 part of Lone Lands. Similar North Downs is technically a little bit higher level. But yeah, for some similar content in the general level range, nothing about the zone yet screams challenge zone. I believe that was this Yondershire that was originally given that description. Goblins. I have a lot of different things for goblins. It includes the Shire Deed, Racial Deed, and Yondershire, I believe. Bows of the Hobbits. Do bears count? Nope. But yeah, it's nice with Yondershire, similar with Angle of Mythaethel and Wildwood, is you can get progress to the, I guess, main zone. I really hate to call it that. It's a little bit of a weird implementation that they have, like, the way it works within the game is technically Wildwood is a subzone of Reland, technically Yondershire is a subzone of the Shire, and technically the Angle of Mythaethel is a subzone of Trollshaws. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it is nice when it comes to deeds and getting kind of a 2-for-1 for a lot of this stuff. I think wolves, that's another one. So there's a lot of deeds that I'd like to do on this character for Yondershire that I'll end up getting double credit for with the Shire. Speaking of deeds, I really should be traveling on foot, and I think wolves are a good one to make sure I get. I don't remember finding a great wolf den yet. Okay, I believe that should be enough for both of them. Goblins, I eventually should get tons of goblins. I don't want to focus on those if I don't have to yet. Bears would just count towards Beast Slayers, so I won't worry about that specifically. The reason I do wolves is I know they will come up in, yeah, the Shire Slayer Deed. I believe even with my level 1 weapons, that one surety of death is enough for these boggarts. Only problem is if I don't try to kill them faster or use my heals, they might kill me. There we go, 1 conviction. That's a strong heal. At this level, at least. They did make new bridles, Duck Marbles. So with they're not new bridle legendary items, so they're just plain bridles that aren't a part of the LI system. And you can get, I think, a starter one from Quest, and then they are available for barter after that point. They were pretty decent, though. When I got it on my level, at the time I was like 120 something, but a high level warden well past the level range of Gondor and West Rohan. I was fairly impressed with the stats. I think if you have an absolutely maxed out bridal LI for the old system, that it would be probably better than the top tier of the new ones, but for my character, was able to get a better one just from the barter, which was kind of nice. Ooh, gold ore. I don't really need it since I'm trying to use a morale tap that I do not have. That is confirmation that I don't have it. This is about to get bad. Oh no. I can definitely blame part of that on lag when I was trying to use Surety of Death and then skipped over one of the gambit builders. But I think I am fairly safe here if I get this wolf one-on-one, even though he'll do a lot of damage to me, since my mitigations are so low. It's actually, I think it's interesting because with this character, me not having gear equipped, there are a couple particular stats that I would normally not focus quite as much on with things like virtue traits, since that's going to be my main source of stats, is virtues. Some things I would normally not focus on. Number one is physical mitigation, because you just get that from armor. There's really no reason, especially for regular leveling character, to go for physical mitigation virtue traits. I think there have been periods at endgame where they can occasionally be useful, maybe more so for tanks, but that's something I would not pick to start off with, at least. That is something that I could actually consider for this character, but I still won't just because of its broad not usefulness. Another one is wit. That is a virtue I also like to keep up though, so loyalty and wit will become even more useful. But the reason is wit will provide me with the finesse. I will probably be missing a lot of my abilities later because I don't have any finesse because I won't have any gear. So yeah, those are a couple, I guess, interesting side effects of not having gear. My like stat priority from virtues would technically be a bit different, and I would probably go with something like, I don't know, fortitude and honor, but I could go with empathy. I'd have to see. I forget what the stat curve is with empathy, if it scales well with high level or not. I'm guessing it does not. But I could go with something like compassion. What's the other one? There's another physical mitigation virtue. Innocence. For this character, I would ultimately probably go with compassion, but I still don't think I will go with the physical mitigation one. Glad you are enjoying mounted combat though, Duck, because as you mentioned, you are probably in the minority, but some people do enjoy it. I also don't have that where it should be. I think it's like shift 5. Eventually will be shift 5 at least. Okay, we made it to Longobel. Now, what quest do I have here? I think it's only a single quest, but I would hope to get more. Oh yeah, so it looks like we'll have more when we get started here. I think those are bugs in game. So you all might remember I talked about having a gnat issue. Rather, I cleaned out the garbage and like cleaned the cat's litter box, which usually stirs up gnats because they're just like gnats. But I actually found out that the particular gnats that I had, or I forget what they're called, phosphor flies? I don't think that's the actual name, I forget the exact name. But yeah, I was just concerned that there was another one, but I think I've gotten rid of them. I wouldn't be surprised with this being an older apartment building. If there's a lot of pests in the walls. And based on the condition this apartment was in when I moved in here, I forgot the point of that, but so I was saying that for a reason. I was talking about pests. Basically, it wouldn't surprise me if it's like just a common thing here. Striker Flag, thank you for the super chat there. I definitely am having a good leveling. I think that makes it even better. But yeah, thank you for your support to help the content moving forward as I try to deal with these goblins. These goblins are proving to do a lot of damage. That's why I want my physical mitigation up. I didn't really consider that though. That's the crazy thing when I was like thinking about this whole no gear challenge. I didn't really think of the impact of the lack of mitigation. I thought of like the lack of damage. I'd probably kill things a lot slower, but it's going to be, I think, just interesting seeing how that plays out moving forward. That's why I think at some point I'd probably eventually have to allow myself at least a Warden shield. I'm guessing at that point that would be a pretty decent boost if I end up needing that. What I'm kind of worried though is if I go with the legendary weapon system and I eventually go through that and like keep up with it, one of the concerns is that, oh yeah, I actually should go with the blue line. That is a good point, Miss Cat. I just like have assumed red line, but Defiant Challenge does a ton of damage at this level. For some reason, that's just been so far out of my mind. I completely forgot blue line existed, to be honest, which is not good. That made me lose my train of thought, but that's okay. But yeah, that's something I just didn't really think about, was the lack of armor. I thought oh yeah, so here, this is what I was getting to. I wonder if there's task turn-ins for this zone. None of these say Yondershire, but I wonder if they're just like not updated in the tooltip. So I'll try to get rid of as few of those as possible, basically. We'll get rid of all the armor, I don't need that. Actually, those basic ones I kind of want to keep. Yeah, let me go ahead and get my second spec going. And this should be a big help, because we'll get the Persevere healing. But both of these are bad. Both of these are so bad. It's just like so unexciting. I don't know, I'll go with this one. But yeah, the concern is when I get to the legendary items and legendary weapon, if I keep up with that, is that I will become a glass cannon, essentially, because I'll have relatively good damage because I have the new LI. That's like where most of your damage comes from. It's just from the weapon alone. Yeah, these things are like, they're doing so much quicker with that. That does so much damage at this level. Anyway, if I can eventually get through this, you'll get to know what I was trying to say. Yeah, I don't know if it will be all that fun if I'm a glass cannon. So one of the points of this Naked LOTRO challenge was that I would do lower damage and it'd take longer to kill mobs. It'd be more dangerous because I wouldn't really have all the stats with gear. But there are a couple of things that I didn't even think about, like I'm just thinking about today, that I guess could be a little bit of a cause for concern moving forward. I gotta get a big heal up, otherwise I am toast. That was some good healing. So we'll see. Can I make a fresh character to see if my inventory is always full? This character is fairly fresh. I think that's just the way the game is. Anyway, I have stuff to do in this camp other than kill goblins. I know it's crazy, but I do have to click things at some point, I believe. Okay, we're going to live on the edge and pull a whole bunch of things. Again, to keep going on and on and on about the challenge. Another point is that I will try to do the same things that I would do anyway, even if I had all the great gear for level 23 and that nice level 22 crafted set. I'll try to do all those same things that I would normally do, just make it a little bit more interesting. My PC should be able to support the graphic improvements. I don't think, my expectation with what they're calling LOTRO Remastered is that it will not be like significant enough where people will have to think about their hardware much more with LOTRO as they would perhaps a more modern, like just newly released game. Okay, let me track nearby quests, just double check we have everything here. Does seem to be the case. I was like, wow, this character has 7 gold, but that's because I sent him 7 gold. So I could buy some coal from the vendor, so I could help craft to level 18. Hey, I have a potion finally. It's a miracle. And yeah, that's another thing what Harvane is saying with LOTRO Remastered. I think that name alone confuses people because the developers have said that it will be like small iterative updates over time and won't be just one sudden update where the graphics are much improved like you might traditionally think with a remastered. I'm guessing they're calling it remastered partially from EG7 and Ed Global 7, and also partially because it's just like a term to create interest, to create hype, basically. It is, of the things that Standing Stone Games does, I think one of the better marketing things, because it's got a lot of people talking about it and driving interest to the game.
Oh, woe is me.
Okay, down south. Going back for Lost and Found. Okay, return to that campsite. We're making progress, though. And yes, I do want to kill wolves along the way. How about ruffians? Half-orcs. Nothing special about them. I think that Defiant Challenge might be my strongest ability and not Surety of Death, actually. So all the DPS that I lose from being in the blue line instead of the red line, I think I definitely make up for with that single ability. Again, if I were a normal warden that equipped gear and weapons, I would stay in the red line, because at that point Surety of Death would do enough damage. I just wouldn't need to worry about anything really. This is such a pretty area, by the way. Landscape clutter. That is something I definitely agree with, especially there are particular areas where I guess whatever design philosophies they have for how the landscape should look and how much stuff should be on the landscape, there are particular areas which are bad. I feel like this field is fine. I personally could go with a little bit less frills and perhaps less dense frills would be the big thing. Because if you turn your frills down, like if I actually just turn frill density down, it will make it patchy. And I feel like that is, doesn't look great either. So I think less patchy and less dense frills would help a little bit. Things like just bushes are one that annoy me. I don't think here they're that bad, even though there are some scattered about. There are just a lot of things where you actually do displace a little bit. I'm trying to find a good example. But there's a little bit of displacement when you run through grass and the such. So like this little patch of tall grass, there's a little bit, but it's not that strong of an effect. Here, let's see if I can take 3 groups of bogarts at once. Bogarts. If I can press the right button to actually use a damaging ability. So I am thinking with Defiant Challenge, they'll just end up killing themselves. There we go. Limelight Gorge was quite fun. As far as the cat pulling off a full gambit, I wouldn't be surprised if she has. Definitely got them close though. I was wondering what she was doing. She was looking at like the water, like there was a bug in it, or she couldn't decide if she wanted water or food. And she was just grooming her chest. Now I've looked at her too much. Yeah, unfortunately Defiant Challenge is not that good at high levels. It's an example of many abilities that don't scale well with level. And this cat is an example of a cat sitting on your hand. I also realized, so you all know I record the streams locally, so I can use the higher quality footage and videos. And also that way it doesn't have like the face cam and all that sort of stuff, so it's just the base gameplay, so I can use clips and the such in videos, especially when I'm referring to something that's relevant to something I did in game. But it turns out that has been messed up the whole time, so we have like an hour, however long I've been going, of recording that is basically useless. Such a good cat. I'm not sure if I can quite agree. This cat got me all disoriented. I don't even know which way to go. Cat playtime? Probably not. She only likes chasing toys like this on the ground. She's more of a, I don't know, mouse hunter than a bird hunter. For the most part.
A lovely day, isn't it? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Oh, all this nice gear. There's so much purple gear in this zone. It's just extra sad because I can't use it. But to be clear, I think it's a good thing that the zone actually has like relatively good rewards and more importantly updated to the modern stat curve with LOTRO and just balance with the game. It's kind of odd that it's all purple gear. It almost seems like more of it could be yellow gear, to be honest, or maybe more frequently have gear, but then have the gear be yellow. But it's not a problem that they have good purple gear from the quest, just to be clear again. Let's see, I should probably destroy some more stuff. So, hey, these purple. I was going to start saving this stuff for cosmetic, but none of it seems to actually line up to anything. As far as I can tell, it just seems to use other cosmetics from different areas and different low level stuff. What's this thing? 149 max morale? That lasts 6 hours? Okay, we're gonna have some good health boost for the rest of this stream at least. Oh, am I supposed to be collecting mushrooms? Okay. Now that I know what I'm doing here, we can do that. I would try to press the delete key and be lazy, but this cat is in my way. god tier for Warden abilities. Maybe close-ish. Too much lag, really. The thing is, though, with a level 1 weapon, I'm still relatively, like... The difference between level 1 and level 21 is 20 levels. But when I'm up to level 41 content, I don't know where this character will do, what he will do for the level 40s. Maybe Goblin Town could be interesting. But that's going to be 40 level difference, and that's what I'm really concerned with, how this character will be doing. Oh, guess we gotta go southwest. Back to Reginald. Hello, Professor Smoothbrain. Doing good, besides my feet already getting tired. Let's see, today's Saturday. I really should double check that. Okay, I thought it was Saturday. Good to confirm it really is Saturday. Okay, that should be good. Even though the bear resisted my surety of death, I think his death is still sure. Alright, Reginald. You gotta sit with him.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And we can get a floral ring, an opal ring. This would actually be a pretty decent, almost purely defensive one. Like, this would not do much to boost my damage, but it would help with survivability. Oh, same with this one, the onyx one. Oh yeah, so the floral one has crit rating. It's nice that these are fairly universal. Like, you have 2 defensive ones, 1 general offensive one with crit. Okay, I gotta do something about this inventory. My vault has spaces. Let's make use of them. Oh, milestone skill, that might be helpful. We can now travel to Thorin's Gate. General error 0x 0000000. E. I think I had the correct amount of zeros. Okay, got the items somewhat sorted. We have a cleaner inventory, that's what matters. Here we go. I think we were dealing with a little bit of lag there. The servers just couldn't handle all that stuff going in my vault. So I believe that's done, friends in good fortune. So we are ready to head to the next area, and I'm reminded I should go ahead and use a couple destiny points. We'll use 500 destiny points, do a couple uses of that. And I can, yeah, I think I should just travel up north and try to find the Nightfell and Yellowfang. Both of those sound like wolves to me. Trying to remember what other mobs, what other beasts we had to kill for that one quest, and it seems like, honestly, for both of those, wolf. I think we've already gotten a bear, but I could see maybe both of those just seem like wolves. Perhaps Nightfell, though. But that just doesn't sound like a bear name. And on the way there, I think it is time to sit down. Oh, we were supposed to be traveling the whole time. Okay, I think the audio should hopefully still be similar. But yeah, the one reason I think Nightfell could be a bear is because they all seem to be black bears, which I guess the dark color you could associate with night. Well, we'll find out. I'm guessing we need to go... Actually, it seems like we should need to go down, but I'm feeling up for some reason. There it is, Yellowfang. Wait, this isn't Nightfell, this is Yellowfang. I was expecting Nightfell for some reason. I don't know, his teeth look very white to me. I don't know if whoever called him Yellowfang got a good look at him. That should be enough to get him. Could invite Marie? I think is it Marie? Kondo for inventory tidying stream. I'm trying to remember who that is, but is it the cleaning with Marie? Something like that. I think it's a Netflix show or something, but anyway. Yeah. I could be helpful with the inventory. Although, with this character, there's a lot of junk in the inventory, I will admit that, but a good chunk of it is relatively tidy. Like, sometimes I've had characters with full inventories, but it's all cleaned. But I think the cluttering would be the big thing. Need to declutter. Yondershire worth the time. If you are interested in Hobbit storylines, then I would say yes. If you are not, then I'm not entirely sure. It's a pretty decent zone so far. I don't know if I would quite call it my favorite, though. Honestly, just to get a status update, as far as quests in Yondershire go, I'm a little bit over halfway, and I've spent a lot of time here, so it's kind of slower paced like the Shire in that way, but there's still a lot in the zone. There are some particular quest lines that I'm not the biggest fan of, kind of like the Bingo Boffin one, that we are, amongst other things, working on a little bit. Guess I can see what mail I have. Oh yeah, skirmishes. They are a thing. Epic battles. We have to go south. There's probably a way to jump over this wall, but since I'm here, might as well continue on this path. Any insight on why they're dragging their feet to bring the difficulty slider to main servers? It sounded like from the... I think that's the signature, and I think it is a bear, but we'll find out for sure in a moment. I think the reason that... what's his name said? Severlin, the executive producer, mentioned is they were concerned with Before the Shadow and some of the low-level stuff, like causing some issues there or something like that, so they were going to wait until at least after the mini expansion. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if like once maybe something like Shadowfax or Treebeard catch up to the live servers, maybe at that point they will bring it over. but I'm not too hopeful on it happening anytime soon, to be honest. Fester Little, you were talking about me on Gladden. Wow, that's almost the server. Well, it was not almost, to be honest, but Gladden was in my top 2 of servers to transfer to after the Anor shut down. That's ultimately not what my kin voted on. Hope it was all good things you were talking about, but anyway, and Warden as a dwarf. This is my favorite dwarf, so the Warden dwarf has that going for it, that the combination has made me actually enjoy playing a dwarf. I also feel like this character, like besides the whole naked LOTRO challenge, Yondershire thing, this character just has character. This outfit is so perfect, I feel like. Which really does help me, I think, enjoy him a little bit more. But yeah, it's nice hearing. I've always liked the dwarf shouts, even if I don't necessarily like playing the dwarves all that much. There are a lot of things I like about the dwarves, and the dwarf shouts are nice, so kind of nice to hear those every once in a while. I feel like there's particular times, maybe it's the shield bash skill, that gets me off-paced sometimes. And I don't know if that's because I'm a dwarf, or if it's just something with being low level where the skill pacing seems a little bit off, like as far as animations or execution times go. And it's also possibly a side effect of lag as well, which definitely hasn't been bad on like in the grand scheme of things, has not been bad on this character at all. But it's possible that there's some stuff with that causing a little bit of issues with my timing right now. And Christopher, you're wondering about leveling alts, how I'd suggest doing that. You have quested in most all the zones and looking for a quick way to level below level 65. I definitely talked about that at some point in my leveling guide, but instances and missions could be good if you're just looking to run, to get level up fast. Crafting is also good for the very low levels. Pressing, oh, that's skirmish. No, that's class quest. This one's skirmish. Well, I finally got my level 5 class quest letter. Level 5. I think it's 15, not 5. Okay, we have, and yeah, eventually I'll want to do the level 15 and 30 class quests. Maybe I can worry about that when I get level 30. I don't know, we'll see. As far as quests go, though, let's track nearby quests. Make sure I have everything under control. Okay, let's see what was going on with the Boffins. That one is, oh, Longcleave. How about the other Boffin quest? Hiding the evidence. So she's still at 8 Honeymead Lane. So typically when I level on alts, I do not do the main story unless I can like onboard for a particular zone that I'm running through. For example, if I do Troll Shaws, I'll pick up the book quest for Troll Shaws on that character. Similar, I know Evendim is a little bit different, but the quest you get from Aragorn and Rivendell, I think it's Aragorn, the blade that was broken or whatever storyline. And say Misty Mountains, jump into that, I would get the book quest for that. So it kind of varies a little bit as I level up, and depending which zones I go through. Dwarfen time. Not wrong, but I think of it as a Dwarden time. Actually, I think it's cat time. kitten time? She's not really a kitten though. This dwarf is having trouble getting up the hills though. Can climb mountains, but not hills. They sometimes like to act like kittens. The other one, Lexi, the skinny one, she could actually disguise herself as a kitten, I think, just because she's so small. Piper is too fat for that. There we go.
Is there something I can do for you? Might I have a word with you?
Crates of suspicious goods. So I think I have a couple quests in this area. This is one of the bigger camps in Yondershire. As far as I know, there are 4 or 5. Okay, we'll go with 5 main enemy camps. We have the small ones, Tham, Amothere, Lungobel. Both of those are fairly small, but I think this is one of the first larger ones, as well as Terhad and Bar Farothwedge. Does not have a connection where you can go to a Numenos in the game, but it connects to a Numenos. Ah, here are all the ruffians. Alright, let's try it. I've already had this character's first death, so might as well just run in all crazy. I don't really have much to lose at this point, besides time. Oh no, I missed one of the builders. That's the thing with the timing. Missing a single builder like that really messes things up. I think I still have my reflect up. Okay, if we break line of sight. I want to use my reflect again. I don't even think of it as force taunt, it's just like completely think of it as reflect now. We'll go up to this camp, might as well pull more. The problem with the reflect is I have to let them hit me for the reflect to even go off. I think we can get another one of my big heals, Conviction. So if I keep running away from them, they're not going to hit me and then they're not going to die. I can also, like, even without the reflect, eventually my light dots will get them though. Yeah, as far as Treebeard goes, it's a little bit lower population than it used to be, but it seems like with 118 online right now, doing relatively okay. Just for comparison, on Landerval, which is not one of the most populated servers, is 504, non-anonymous. Alright, don't want to go to North Towns. I do want to collect crates of suspicious goods. Old recipe scraps, okay, that's what we're getting. I was wondering what was suspicious about them, and why I would not want goods from other non-suspicious crates. Speaking of cluttered, LOTRO, like half an hour ago or whatever, this is a very cluttered area. Almost hard to move around. I'm not really claustrophobic, but I feel like this is something that would make me claustrophobic. Okay, I might need to use one of my potions here. It's getting a little bit scary. Or not. Everything will just die. That works too. Looks like I finally got battle preparation. That will help a lot. I find myself pressing F4, which is where I usually have battle preparation, even though I have not had that. Also, we've had the skinny cat join. The one that could potentially pass off as a kitten. She look like a kitten? Chonky boy. She needs more food. She needs more chunk. The other one I could agree. She's a chunky boy somehow. Anyway, I need some recipe scraps. What about these crates have recipe scraps? Yeah, it could be the camera angle. She's not like so underweight that it's a problem. And similarly, the other cat Piper is not so overweight that it's a problem. But they're kind of, if you mix the two, that would probably be the more properly fit cat. Oh, somebody else is here. An elf? Is that my javelin throw that did 3 damage to auto attack? Wow, that is horrible. If y'all could not just like see my abilities doing low damage, how little damage the auto attacks do, that is crazy. 1 to 2 damage on the javelin, 1 to 2 damage on the spear. Yeah, exercise is a great thing for cats to help keep them from being too chunky. I've considered trying to... They haven't had problems with it, so I'm too used to cats' pets just being free-fed, which I think is good for the skinny one, just so she can eat whatever she wants, really. But... Oh, I'm not... Yeah. I'm gonna have to use my potion. See, this is me running in as if I actually had normal gear and was playing a normal warden, but that is not the case, as you'll know. So I just totally had a lapse in paying attention and remembering what character I am for a moment there. This is like Revenge of the Reflex, though. Wardens die so many times from enemy reflex, and now I'm just killing all these guys from the reflect. I'm actually curious. I might put up combat analysis just to see if the reflect really... Oh, I have Fierce Resolve now? Well, there we go. That's going to be very, very helpful in surviving these fights. That is a game changer. It is one of those gambits. It's not even that it's just incredibly strong or something, or... Wow, this is... There's definitely a little bit of lag going on with this particular fight. And yes, the reflect... Does it even say that? No, it just says reflect effect, but that's true that you don't have to worry about something like finesse, which I will have 0 of, as I level up, basically. Now, Fierce Resolve does not help the most in single target fights. Let me just check my Gambit list again. I did get... Oh, I got Restoration. That's definitely a game changer for single target. That's going to heal me a ton. Wow. Okay, I've gotten some exciting stuff. A lot of defensive boosts, it looks like. Fierce Resolve's just nice AoE. Morale tap. Celebration of Skill, give me an incoming healing buff if I'm going to be in a really long fight. So I'm starting to get some tools. I think this makes the challenge a little bit more exciting now that I actually have some tools to deal with stuff a little bit better, but until I get more damaging gambits, until I complete some of those gambit lines, it's going to be fairly slow still without the reflect. Okay, we're looking for one more suspicious crate. I think it's right back at the entrance when I was not looking for suspicious crates. And I think this is a great opportunity to test Fierce Resolve and the newfound healing with it. And even Restoration. I mean, compared to the other one I was using, Conviction, Restoration is definitely a better heal. Do I have the middle one? Let's see. I do have Safeguard, so I have the full healing line. That is great. Yes, so no problem with jumping in midstream, but for this character I'm doing the Naked LOTRO challenge, meaning that I am not equipping any new gear or any new weapons. We'll see how it goes with legendary weapons. I'm guessing by that point I will get the allies, but I might not put any traceries in them and might not upgrade them as a sort of middle ground, but that'll be... We'll of course see how things are going at that point, but that'll probably be a necessary upgrade at some point. I also currently, just to point out to be fair, I do have my XP boosting items. So by the time we get to Evendom, I will take everything off, even the like base default armor that I got. That way it's more true. One of the reasons I'm waiting, besides people voting, that I can keep this stuff until Evendom, is that it'll just help me get through this area a little bit quicker and get to the more exciting level ranges, I think. Oh, almost fell off. I was going to look at the map, so I do need to go west. Probably want to go here. That was not as big of a drop as I thought it would be either. So not only no upgrading armor or weapons, eventually I will take off the weapons I'll keep. These are the level 1 weapons that I spawned in the game with. But eventually I'll take all the armor off. I might, in the future, upgrade Warden Shield, and I think the class item would be the first steps for upgrades if I need it. But we'll see how it goes. The whole idea with the challenge is that I just want to see how far I can get without doing any upgrades. Unfortunately, I've already had my first death, so we've seen how far that went. It was a totally avoidable death, though, so I guess there's the good news. I should track nearby quests to make sure I'm on track. Yeah, it looks like I have stuff in No Bottle and Longcleave. It's kind of crazy, but I feel like I'm actually making progress. Is this one of the herbs I need? Gamwich herbs. They named some herbs after the town? Or is the town named after something else? The herbs and town are named after. Or is the town named after the herbs? Almost made it. Oh, it's an herb you put on a gamwich. Okay. I think that one makes the most sense. Uh-oh. This is something that's kind of interesting. I only have one cat bed on the desk. And usually the fatter cat, Piper, this one that I'm patting with the tail, usually she is the one in it. So she always acts all weird when Lexi's in it, but since they're both, for the most part, nice cats, they don't really fight over it. Oh, that's the cat moving again. I think she's pressing 2 keys to move like that. Oh, you done? Did you spin everyone around and make them dizzy enough? Maybe. She is getting better, more advanced movements. Hello, Kevin.
Oh,
Research assistants work gloves. Delicate or work? We would want work. So sad. Alright, let's see what these gloves would do for me. 441 armor, probably not that big of a difference, but I'm at 33.5% physical mitigation. That would be 4% physical mitigation just from equipping new gloves. Not only that, let's just see the damage. This probably won't be as much of a difference, but if we just look at the damage of a single ability, that's with the gloves, and that is without. So that's not the biggest difference. I think that's largely because my weapon is just level 1, so that didn't do all that much to that. But still, this character could be so strong. Oh no, Bella, you're late with your cat's dinner. Well, that is never good.
how do you do?
Oh. While we are traveling, does not like when I slide her off the keyboard. Okay, so yeah, while we were traveling, I did want to just check quest deed progress to get a rough idea of about how far I am through the zone. And I am, yeah, 37 out of 50. So I am making good progress. It's not just feeling like I'm making good progress. I think I actually am making good progress. And it is relaxing to game with LOTRO and have a cat chilling with you. Perhaps a little bit less relaxing, like if she sat on my lap. That would be so much better than just sitting in front of my keyboard. This is why we need a second cat cam. What am I doing in here? I don't know, probably stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff I was doing the first day that I have not done today with like, yeah, all these things, the drinks, the mail post, I don't know. I don't think have I taken anything to Longcleave? I don't even know that I've been here. Well, yeah, I got that quest done. Seems to be everything I need in here. But yeah, the Roaring Bull. This one's also got a whole lot of hobbits in it. I wonder if it should be surprising, or like if you would expect in a random hobbit inn in the Shire or Yondershire or whatever, would you tend to expect at least one non-hobbit? Right now I'm the only non-hobbit. But what do y'all think? Would you expect to ever see non-hobbits there? I love the unique camera angle you get when being a little bit drunk. How many quests do I have? Oh, I really don't have all that many. I'm down to... what is that? 6 quests in my quest log. That is good progress. Also, I'm curious, just check the rep vendor, see if there's anything I can get. A whole bunch of... what are these called? Decorations? Tome of the White Goose. I'm guessing I need more rep. Okay. Let's sort this a little bit better. Cosmetic pets. Oh, that's the only one? I was hoping there was more than just that one. I really forget, though. Oh, you can get... wait, you can turn your Mathams into coppers bound coins, or you can turn your copper bound coins into Mathams. Yeah, I guess housing items. That seems to be the main thing here. There really is not that much reward for the rep. Besides housing items again. Mail satchel. That seems perfect. If I had a house... Yondershire is a little bit mixed, James. Mostly like the zone, though, but I don't think it's my favorite zone. Compared to the Shire, I don't think it's worse than the Shire, necessarily. But the thing that is different than the Shire is when I did the Shire on my Guardian, it was the first time I did it in like 10 years or whatever, and I actually enjoyed it, so it was a little bit of a fresh Hobbit experience. This one's a little bit less fresh. But I'm still overall enjoying it.
Just a moment.
Oh, Salmon Fire, you were in Nova Scotia with the hurricane. That was pretty crazy. Is pretty crazy. Okay, oh, I still have to dance. Oops. Do I do another dance?
Is there something I can do for you?
And a new quest from Prunella. Oh, wow.
Your time.
Oh, hey, we get to finally interact with animals. That's good. Helping hooves, helping paws. Hungry goat. Wonder what we fed it. Hungry chicken. What do they get, like chicken feed? Seeds, maybe? I don't know. Hungry cat. Did we give it a nice steak? Longleaf is pretty nice. I know I didn't focus too much on this village way back beta and when the zone came out, just exploring it without questing here. But, hey, there's a good dog. Needy hound needing a pat. That sounds about right. I'm looking at the needy cats. There's the needy pig. That is a magical pat from this far away. Okay, so I still have a lot of things to get to traveling to and looking at, but I need to go inside the inn for something now. Oh, maybe that was it. Just discovering Longcleave. It does look cozy. Somebody mentioned in the chat that that inn looked cozy earlier, and that's exactly what the game says. The small establishment looks cozy. Nosy hobbit. No. For some reason, I was expecting to need to scold them. So I remember coming across also the injured tortoise, and I'm hoping we do something about that. Otherwise, I will be upset. Like, whatever rating I'd give Yondershire, it'd be knocked down one whole level if we don't do anything about the tortoise. Well. There we go. Too far away.
Hello there.
Oh, yep, now I get to tend to some injured animals. I guess there's an injured bird right here. I already know the tortoise is way down here, so we'll go way down here to start. I've seen this tortoise suffering for like 48 hours. There we go. That's like a huge weight off my chest. Mika, you said, oh, you want me to go fight something. Yeah, this was a bad time if you were looking for a fight to start off right away. Those flags make it look very windy, but nothing else does. Like, those flags are whipping around. Injured frog. And finally, we have an injured coney.
Good day. Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Uh-oh, there's a loose goose. What is a white quest? Delivery. Oh, I have to pick up a picnic basket at some point. We'll get to that. I feel like this particular quest inside the Roaring Bull. Wow. This particular quest has me a little bit extra interested just because of the animal involvement, I guess. Kind of like that one turtle quest from Breland. Oh, man, they're making me clean up 8 of these. Yep, I think the goose cosmetic you can actually get from Yondershire. There is white goose, I believe, which I believe is basically what I'm chasing. It just says available in the Yondershire, but that is available from the reputation. It's getting a tad bit late for me, but I feel like at this point, I just gotta finish Yondershire. There's still a couple large enemy camps that I have to get to. I don't know that they'll have like tons of quests or whatever, but it's just something I suppose it's good to keep in mind. That despite me feeling like I'm getting fairly close to being, done with the zone, there still is quite a bit. Where did it go? I think it went a tier up, according to the map. Still looking. Horrible goose. Is that what it's always been called? Oh, there's 3 of them. Where are we taking this? Inside? A goose companion while questing in Moria. Sounds a bit strange at first. Makes me think immediately like Waterworks, though. I just assumed that I needed to return these inside. But I'm not entirely sure. It looked like on the map that it was inside, but it could have been that one tier up. Professor Smoothbrain, thank you for joining the stream. Hope you enjoyed it while you were here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
If I could stop yawning, y'all might believe me that I'm actually interested in trying to finish Yondershire today. These almost looked like stone trolls at first, like whatever way the shape is.
How do you do?
Goose feather, pocket item. And we have a cat. She wants food. That is her wake up routine. Takes a little cat nap, then meows a little bit. Whereas more like it. And then she'll eat like 2 pieces of dry food and then be good for a few hours. It doesn't matter what I pick. I don't know why I'm actually trying to look over these. Okay, so I think we're finally ready to do the picnic basket. Oh, I was expecting this to be like a mail delivery. I have to run it like that, but was not the case. Yep, and at least for the moment it is true. Keep up the 25% XP boost. I've gotten, like, a little bit better than I expected. I did not expect, even with all my XP boosts and, you know, level fast and LOTRO nowadays, all that sort of stuff,
Could I take a moment of your time?
Wow, that's a lot of strawberries and mushrooms I gotta get, but I just did not expect to make this much progress, basically. And wild strawberries sound good. I don't know about the mushrooms, but strawberries do. How do I keep missing these? I'll like get something and then I press delete and nothing else comes up, and then I move back down and I press delete again and there we go. I was expecting a lot more of the stuff to be east of the river. That's why I keep going back towards the river, but looking at the map, that explains why I'm still seeing stuff here to the west. I've not had strawberries in a while, so my mind is just stuck on them. Cat is back. This had a wider field of view. then it could work that close, but I still think I'm eventually going to try to find something a little bit taller for the cat cam so you'll get a, I don't know if it's a better angle, but better view. I've also thought about, this would be a little bit of a nightmare challenge, but somehow doing on this thing that I have, let's see, that is as far as the camera goes, but on the little side shelf that I have kind of sticking out, attached on the underside of the desk, but sticking out, surprisingly stable. It does lean down a little bit, but anyway, that's not the point. Trying to put almost like a cat tree, a 2-tier thing on that so both cats can go there. But I don't think there's any way to really get that to work with the current desk. Could potentially do one on the other side. Quest designer for Moria as an agent of Morgoth. I could see that at some points in Moria, but there are a lot of quests I do like in Moria personally.
How do you do?
Oh, are we sharing the picnic after all that work? Oh no, we're placing. Never mind.
Good day.
That's so sad. Wait. Oh, I'm returning it? So we filled the basket, and now we're returning it. I'm just wondering when I get to eat the, in particular, eat the strawberries.
Just a moment. Might I have a word with you?
Diamond hunting.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So I've already got a couple quests up on far off.
How do you do?
So we're making progress as far as getting there. Now for the diamond, oh, that's way down at no bottle. So I'm thinking to take a break from traveling to all these enemy establishments. I'm going to go down to no bottle because I have a lot of stuff to do in no bottle. So I think I'm going to start looking at that. And yeah, waterworks, that's actually one of the zones I was thinking, like zones I'm not a big fan of, and Moria waterworks is probably actually my least favorite zone in Moria. Also, we're going to no bottle. I can just use my muster.
Good day.
Good day.
I'm still just sad that I did not get to eat strawberries. It's making me think what I want for post-stream snack before bed now. Yeah, not all too much fighting done in Yondershire. But that's, I mean, basically what my expectations were going in, because, I mean, it's Yondershire. Shire is in the name even. Fanged Pit. Oh, Fanged Pit. Wait, where is Fanged Pit? Isn't that a portion of a zone? Not necessarily a zone on its own. Let's see. Fanged Pit. So this is the... That is the Fanged Pit. That's what I was thinking. Okay. To me, that wasn't actually bad when I quested there on my minstrel. I don't think I'd call it one of my favorite areas of Moria. I think my favorites would end up being Flaming Deep's Redhorn Loads. Both of those, I think, were pretty fun. Silvertine Loads is not bad, but it's kind of... I don't know, something about it just bothers me a little bit. Durin's Way, I think, is pretty fun. If I remember correctly, I actually like the older rendition of Durin's Way, though, before they did the revamp way back when. Okay, where am I going? I know I have stuff in No Bottle. I was going to go ahead and do the bingo Boffin stuff. What is that, a fox? The fox and fiddle in. That would make sense. It looked like a fox playing a fiddle.
Just a moment.
I was going to say, I think this one is number 9. Ring-a-ding-dillo. Like, I get the ring-a-ding, but I don't know about the dillo. And southeast.
Is there something I can do for you?
How do you do?
Collect signatures from upset hobbits throughout Yondershire. Oh, that's that's quite the quest. Finally, we're getting to the upset hobbits. I was wondering when we would get to them, though. I did not know that I'd need to collect signatures from 20 of them. That's crazy. Oh, Belef, it seems like you're behind. Stream keeps stuttering for you. Hopefully that's not on my end. Always concerned with something like that it would be my end, but... yeah, could just be the spectrum to spectrum connection. Looks like a nice little farm. Reminds me of Minecraft. Okay, stream is running fine for you, Jeffer. I forget, somebody came in here looking for combat. I forgot who it was, though. I didn't remember if it was you, Jeffer, basically. But doing... oh, Mika.
Just a moment.
Yeah, that's right, okay. But yeah, me coming down here to No Bottle did not help with that either. We're 20% done with that quest. See, it seems like this upset hobbit thing, maybe if I paid attention to all the quests and more details of what was going on here in Yondershire, I could maybe know better if there is a better to know, but it seems like this is something that I could have done while I did all the other things in these towns. As I got to them, kind of like that pint quest. I think I was delivering the beer ingredients basically to each inn, maybe? And then there was, of course, all the other stuff with travel, post deliveries, and the such between them. This is a very, very random thought, but I recorded a video like 3-4 months ago yeah, I think about 4-ish months ago that I totally forgot about. That's like a video that I even got a little bit of progress editing. I could totally still upload that video. Although there will be certain parts of it that are way out of context. I think the purpose of the video is completely fine. There's actually a new series that I was thinking about starting. I was just thinking because I made a video called Things I Like About the Shire many years ago. I don't know, many years ago. Many months ago, maybe. Priska. It's perturbed, okay. We can avoid that one. We need to go to Tyfield next. But the new video that I have recorded, not edited, and is from a while ago, is kind of similar to that idea. But that's how I got on that train of thought with the Oak Staff of the Shire. Oh, that is a regular staff. For some reason that sounded like something, I don't know, something different. I guess it's Lore Master. It would work because it's Hobbit Lore Master of the Shire. It's like perfect. Anyway, we're going to Tyfield. But yeah, I was thinking if I made a video things I like about the Yondershire, how that would look different from the video that I made things I like about the Shire. I also thought I recorded a video. This is also way back when. This is more so 4 years ago rather than 4 months ago. Maybe 3 years ago, I don't know. I recorded the video for things I like about Forakel, because I kind of went through those two things. I went through the Shire and Forakel. Forakel was the first time in a long while as well. And actually going fully through the zone, I think that was the first time for me, getting through actually everything in Forakel. But those videos, they just took way too much work. I think it's something I might be able to do nowadays with some of the, you could call them systems I have in place, that it wouldn't be quite as much work nowadays to do a video like things I like about Forakel, but yeah, I forgot about that one as well. What am I getting? Flax. Well, looks like there's plenty of flax. Never even heard of this stuff. Down to Tyfield. I need to untrack that quest, Priska, because that one's going to keep distracting me. And we still, okay, we have the one for Bar Faroth. I'm gonna need a snack if I try to actually finish Yondershire. It's just, I feel like at this point I can't just leave without finishing the Yondershire. But for all I know, I mean, the quest aid is I think a good general guide for how many quests there are, like your progress in the zone, but for all I know, there could be 50 more quests. That seems exceedingly unlikely, but there could actually be 10 more quests than 50. It seems like this bingo boffin stuff, which if y'all cannot tell is probably my least favorite part of the zone. Seems like that has quite a bit left to it. So, I don't know. It's not important that I finish the zone tonight. It's just, since I was making this great progress, it's something I just thought I could do. I could do, I think there's a way I could make stuff work. So one of my considerations is how I'd set things up for streams of this character in the future. It's something I have to be a little bit mindful of with the like progression. So there's ways I can make it work without finishing Yondershire today. Oh, did I only need 3 things? For some reason I thought I'd get like 6 of those broken trees. I forgot what I even did with it. Oh, found a piece of wood. Fine piece of wood. Can't have an old and brittle piece of wood. That would be bad. Is it just me or did my character swim on the boar for a moment there? Like it looked like I was in deep enough water. I'm also rubber banding all over the place now. But it looked like the water was deep enough that I was doing like a sort of swimming type animation. Which do I think of the new race and class combos as the most viable? I don't know, Race of Man Runekeeper maybe? I don't know if that's particularly more viable than something like Stout X Dwarf though. If you're a Fire Runekeeper, that is. I don't know how Hobbits stack up with Champion. Like if you're really looking for the most efficient one, not efficient, that's not the best word, but the best one, really. But yeah, in general, with the new combinations, I think it's like regardless of viability. Race doesn't even impact viability all that much. It's more minor differences that you'd see. It's particular for, yeah, min-maxing and just getting the most for endgame and the such. But yeah, kind of like Harvane said there. But yeah, I tend to think with the update that it's just nice to have more options, really. What am I doing? Gamwich. So I'm thinking I will probably get things wrapped up here as we head to Gamwich. I feel like that would actually be a good wrap-up point. If we do Gamwich, maybe I'll return to a long cleave and then down to no bottle, but I'm getting a bit tired here. And don't want to try to force myself to finish the entire zone. Oh no, Cassie just got here. Need 3 more hours. Where is this hobbit? There she is. It might be 2.5 hours of sleeping. There you go, that sounds like a good plan. Just rewind to the beginning of the stream. It's gotta be getting close to 3 hours. Or no, today was 6:30 start time. So it's going to be probably 2.5-ish hours by the time all's said and done. Maybe a little bit more. Either way, we'll be close to 3 hours for you. Okay, one more upset hobbit here, and then there will be 5 at Longcleave. So, Jeffer, you said that your character was on his mount, some deep water, which made your mount disappear, but it was while your toon was still riding the mount, and your character was levitating over the water. That sounds fun. Oh, Golden Leaves of Gladrimsteed. If I remember correctly, that one would be based on Golden Leaf, really. That's the big hint, but that would be in Gladrim a little bit. That would be Lothlorien reputation. That must be a tough one. I don't think I've gotten actually a character very high rep with Lothlorien. I have a comment on my yawning, but I don't really know what it is. I'm just tired. Tired, but still going strong with the game. Yondershire? Maybe. I didn't even do that where it sounded much different, but more like Yondershire instead of yawn. I don't even think that, I mean, this particular quest with Upset Hobbit, sure, it's not the most exciting, but as a whole, I don't think this zone is much of a snooze fest like some zones are. But yeah, it's more of me just being sleepy. I have some busy days ahead of me. I forgot to mention why I was even doing a stream today. We're like 2.5 hours into the stream, and I have not mentioned why I did a stream today versus having videos like my initial intention was. So initially, I was going to have more so videos than streams coming up, but then I thought today is probably the last chance I will get to stream until Tuesday, which is not all that many days away. But I wanted to go ahead and do that so we weren't having almost a whole week without me playing, and excited to continue on this Dwarden. The Dwarden adventures. Oh, there we go. I just had to get close. Oh, hey, defeat ruffians, defeat... Oh, we have to go all over the place. Okay, that's not too bad. We have to go to Ostlagarath, but if they had me go to like Lungobel, Tham, Amothair, that would have been a little bit on the annoying side, but fortunately, there is none of that. So we're all good with that. And if I can stop hiccuping, I think we're good to head back to No Bottle. Yeah, Yondershire and the Shire both, I think, are in a way relaxing zones to take a break from all the fighting. I would sometimes consider both of them not relaxing, as in the deliveries are very high stress sometimes. They're actually not that bad, but there's a little bit of tenseness, I guess, that can come with them. More so the, I think, theme of the quest makes them seem a lot more stressful, a lot more tense, rather, in the game. Oh wow, that actually worked out perfectly that I need to go northeast for both of these quests. I just happened to choose the one south first, but it really worked out this time. Oh, we're gonna have to swim. Well, as a dwarf, we're natural-born marathon runners. So we'll just force march over the water, which I could have been on my mount anyway. What server is my main on? My main and pretty much most of my characters are now on Landfall. I take it I briefly unentered Yondershire.
What do you want?
Man, they must not like Lothos Sackville Baggins.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Oh yeah, these are the guys that stopped the package because they, for some reason, had me go this exact way. I think it was the Lothos Bounders. Hello, Cody. Alright, what's this white quest? Bitter Bounds? This is turning into yesterday, but we'll go ahead and head that way. So, main Runekeeper, of the new race class combinations, that is honestly the one that makes the least sense to me. Not even purely from a lore perspective, but it just seems so odd for a human race of man Runekeeper. First person LOTRO challenge would be interesting as well. I think especially with floating names off, that would be, like, for maximum immersion, I think for a first person LOTRO challenge, a rule you would have to implement is no floating names. I would even consider no pressing delete or tab key, or like F10, whatever you have that keybind to, but yeah, I would, if you want it to be a little bit extra immersive, I would consider that requirement. It'd be tough to play with the user interface completely off, so dude, that sounded like a dog bark, like a distant dog bark, but it was the cat. It was Piper, the one you all cannot see. Extra tough if you want to do it without a map. She is actually a dog. Honestly, with her, it would not explain all that much. It doesn't help me figure her out at all. When do I think LOTRO will come to Xbox? Well, my thought is that it will not come to Xbox, actually. Lore Master versus Runekeeper. Personally, I have more fun overall on the Runekeeper, but the Lore Master is not bad. If you're worried about group content, I guess that would be one question, is if you are interested in group content, would you be interested in the support role and doing debuffs? Then Lore Master could be good for you. Oh, we have to actually carry these. We have to go all the way to Longcleave? And we have to have a cat jump on us? How am I supposed to go to Gamwich if I'm going to Longcleave? Also, why am I running so slow? Oh, here's some boggarts. Could do Lore Keeper, but another suggestion is the lore. Hold up. It took me so long to get the word suggestion out properly. Another suggestion is the Rune Master. Runekeeper is good damage. Might not necessarily be the best in group content right now, at least as far as I know it's not. They definitely have good damage. Overall, probably better than what you would see with the Lore Master while leveling, but they're two very different in the way that they deal damage. They're both very different. That's a broken leg. So the satchel's supposed to set my run speed to 120%, but this broken leg, I guess, just totally overrides it. So sad. Yeah, people, I see... Honestly, I see both Lore Keeper and Rune Master. I hear both of those a lot. RM, LK. Trying to think, those are the only 2-word classes. I'm actually worried about running out of time with this satchel. I think I could have sped it up overall by a few seconds, but not by all that much, to be honest. It's kind of the pressure of getting the satchel there on time before this runs out is actually exciting. Ooh, wait, we got it. Bill Fernie. Am I crazy or is that one of the dudes in Breland? Okay, I must be crazy. That sounded like the name of one of the NPCs that you need for the champion class quest. But I must recognize the name from somewhere else. I feel like it's going to be so obvious when I see Bill Fernie because that name is very recognizable. Oh, yep, it is one of these guys.
Oh, this is intolerable.
I don't know if it's at that one specifically. I forget exactly where Bill Fernie is from, but there we go. Also, I'm in rage stance. Not only is my damage so low, I actually am noticing my low finesse here. I taught him a lesson, slowly. Oh, we have to go back to that secret place. I wouldn't mind, but it's kind of a long travel.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So yeah, if I had to rank what makes the most sense for the new race class combinations, we'll start with the ones that make the least sense to me. Number 1 would be Man Runekeeper. Number 2 would be Hobbit Champion. Number 3... Number 3 is tough. We'll do number 3 as roughly equal for Dwarf Warden and Hobbit Lore Master. And then the 2 that I think do make sense are the Elf Burglar and the Dwarf Captain.
Hello there.
Honey. Is this a Bayoning quest? Oh, they're gonna have me go over a bunch of these. Angry Bee. I would be angry too. That's a lot of bleeds. Like, I'd expect these bees to sting me. I don't know about bleed me this much. Ooh, that was a timely level up. I mean, these bleeds are killing me here. I also have a cat where I can barely press the keys. I forget that I have this heal. I don't think it's coming early enough. Wow. My second death due to bees. My third death. Oh, got that off just in time. Third death almost due to bees. Wait, third death due to running out of power? Yes, we're finally fighting. Somebody wanted to see fighting in the dwarf animations. Mika? Is that the name? Do I remember it this time? Okay, this time I will be prepared for the fight. Like, I know I'm going to get all these bees attacking me. Oh. Okay. Or not. So sad. I sure don't feel overleveled. Like, these quests are green and I still feel underleveled with my level 1 weapons that do 2 damage. I take it I need to go inside.
Hello there.
Have yeah, I must have been in this one. I just don't remember the name, the Brimful Quiver. I wonder if this one actually has the most hobbits. Oh. I guess I should go back inside. I thought I saw something glowing back there. And now we go back to Ramsay. 80? I need to add 80 knots to the net. Let's see how much doing one tying of knots does. 1? 2 down, 78 to go. I'm just waiting. You have a feeling this is going to take some time.
How'd you do?
First few knots made her a bit nervous. Hello, Rickett. Definitely having a good evening and good night. Both at once somehow. Almost falling asleep at the keyboard here. Okay, while I'm here, I feel like I should go ahead and get the ruffians. I think we will have made it. The only reason I did not think, I mean, 80 would have been a ridiculous number, but there was this quest in Gundabad, and I don't know, I don't feel like it'd quite be spoilers. Gundabad's been out a while. So there's this quest in Gundabad where, close your ears for a minute if you really don't want to hear, but where you have to kill 100, it might be 101 Ingmarum, it might be a slightly comical twist on the number, right around 100, but you have to kill 100 Ingmarum. But then by the time you kill 10, you're done. So they do a trick on you. Pre-lunch snack time. It is lunch. It is bedtime lunch. Oh yeah, I'm already an expert at these ruffians. Even with me having no gear. They ain't no scary goblins, that's for sure. I don't think I actually got the game that I wanted off due to, let's blame lag. Am I overconfident right now? Maybe. Okay, yes I am. There we go. Got one big heal. This will not be a big heal, but it'll be a heal. I had to use a potion. I was hoping not to. I was about to say the good news is I survived, but very barely. The ruffian actually died too early. I didn't get my heal off. There we go. It made me nervous at the very end there. Anyway, I think I killed 6 ruffians, so we can go back down to the secret hiding place. Definitely making good progress with XP. I might still have to... That was just a shock to run into somebody. But I might still have to run a mission or two. Like, technically I could start Evendim this early. I think at 25. I think the lowest quest there, I forget exactly what they start at. I'm thinking it is 30 even for the oak bar and stuff. But anyway, the whole point is I technically could already start Evendim, like questing there. Oh, here's a wolf den. This is actually kind of nice. So let's take a moment and get these wolves. Oh, definitely lag there. Oh, definitely lag here. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was kind of, my first reaction was like, that guy's really rude taking my ore that I was about to mine. But then I was like, wow, there's actually somebody else here that is, I guess, relevant enough to the zone that they're getting their ore. I was like, that's awesome. Oh yeah, so with Evandem, I still want to be a little bit more on level when I start it, just because I am really scared of, especially 5 levels below my level. Like, I wouldn't mind being maybe 27 to start it. So, doing a few missions, a mission set. Let me adjust all for the mission set. Maybe I'll get rid of not the XP boosters, but my armor. I don't know, something closer to the full challenge. Get rid of my beautiful Yondershire gear purples. So sad. Oh, there's the... Oh, those are the kites. I was like, I got that hopeful swan. The swan thing from Western Gondor Dole Amroth. But nope, that's just the kite.
How do you do? Good day. Might I have a word?
Uh-oh. Now where are we going? No bottle? So this is almost like the pie delivery quest. It's like a... I don't know if there's pie delivery. For all I know, there still could be. But... But yeah, these satchel deliveries where you have to avoid the Lothos bounders, they're a new twist on that classic the Shire run stuff and avoid whoever's. Oh, if you get hit, does that? Yes, that does affect this, so you need to avoid getting hit. Okay, that's probably why the satchel went way down, like the time went way down earlier. I was doing that before. It's paying zero attention to that, of course. Well, good to know. I think it's something I knew, that's the way it works, but the important part is to pay attention. Refreshing Alpine, welcome. You said that you didn't see me before you started. Pickaxen, okay. I saw the O. Was that actually you that I ran into? Oh, there's a... I didn't even see it on the map. Speaking of pay attention, there was a bounder right there. So I have to... I can't just swim here. Ooh. So this will drop the satchel if I swim. I don't think I can make that jump. Man, that'd be pretty close though. But I don't think it's much of a problem. I don't think this bridge is that well guarded. Plus, I do know that you can make this jump. Wow, that's great to not only... Oh, wrong person? Oh, right person. Good. Phew. Now we go to Hairy Goat Leaf. I feel like they're also supposed to be somebody I should remember. You can make that jump? Good to know. It is, it was scary. Seems risky.
Tell me what you need or
Remember this guy, but I still don't remember exactly where they're from. Are they from the Shire? Oh yeah, I don't have battle memory. This one's Hairy Goat Leaf. Yeah, like Bill Ferny. I just am forgetting exactly what they're all from. I was thinking Bree. That's why I thought it was a little bit strange, because it seemed like they would be more significant for the Shire, but I don't remember them being a part of the Shire. I remember them from Bree.
Hello there. Stay.
Harry was the gatekeeper at Bree. Oh, he was. Bill Ferny, that's right. They were from the intro. The whole Strider. I don't know the whole Strider thing, but yeah. Bill Ferny wasn't... Was he the guy that... the one right here? Was this one Bill Ferny? Who is this one? Can you all even see my cursor? I cannot tell. I forget the name, maybe that one. Calendar Cobb, that's right, okay. That was Calendar Cobb, not Bill Ferny. I can't believe I forgot that was Calendar Cobb. Okay, I gotta focus on stink bombs. So Bill Ferny's is... Okay. I got so excited when I was trying to connect that to Calendar Cobb, but nope. Yeah, Bill the Pony, that is ringing a little bit of a bell. What was the horse name in Aragian? I wonder why that doesn't let me move when I'm pressing Control F10. Okay, maybe these are more west is the problem. Was it Bill the Pony? Was he also the one in Aragon? I am not finding any more stink bombs. I do have floating names on. Delete is not targeting anything. Oh, here's a couple. It was. At least I remembered that name. Okay, so that's when he wouldn't go into... I remember him from the game, from the quest, but when he wouldn't go into Moria. Wow, now we get to throw stink bombs out with those bounders. I did not expect to have to do this much with these quests here in Yondershire again. Like, while I'm still not intending to finish the zone, it would be nice to get some of these Hobbit Wars quests done. Now, I believe there's a bounder right there. I don't think it's so much of a problem to go to him. I am caught in the one more thing trap. I hate to say it, but with these type of quests, it is, while it's not an uninteresting story, it's just something that takes all this time and a little bit slow progression. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and get this done and over with so I don't have to start my experience the next time I stream, probably Tuesday, and probably will be this character since he's too exciting right now. So yeah, it'll be, this is how you know it's too late. I don't even know how to say what I'm wanting to say. I don't even know what I want to say anymore. Yes, I want to start the zone perhaps on something more exciting than what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm just going to muster back. But that's entirely true. Either way, I am in the one more thing trap. But hey, the good news is the stream will basically be the 3 hours for Cassie to get. Do y'all remember when Yondershire, that's originally what I was going to do on my brawler as well. But glad for you, Bella. You enjoyed it on your brawler. The brawler, not the most exciting class for me, really. I already knew it's not a class fantasy that I really like.
How do you do?
So now we have an instance quest to throw more stink bombs. I did collect 10 and only used 4. Like, where did the other 6 go? Right here. I guess it's a good thing that they go to stink bombs instead of, like, stabbing with spears and javelins, I guess. Oh, do I just keep throwing the stink bombs? Okay, then. Oh no, these are new bounders, I see. It's nice to stretch my legs. So Cassie, yours said anyone play 1 to 20 anywhere but Bree? Wait, well, there's only 1 or 2 quests in every area and the other 3 base areas? Oh. I like Air of the Wind, it's pretty fast paced for me. Yeah, these stink bombs, they probably do more DPS than these 2 weapons. It is, I suppose, to an extent, it is true that there's a lot of running. There are more group quests, I will agree, in the Comb part of Breland. But I also feel like there's, I don't know, something to me odd about the pacing in Breland. Probably because I'm used to Ear of the Wind. Of course, my new favorite method is to craft to level 20-ish. But I don't know, they're both fun to me. But yeah, I think one reason with my, say, favoritism to Year of the Wind is I've done it so much before, which might sound odd, but... Okay, there is actually one thing. I'm not a big fan of the Race of Man prologue. I prefer the Elves prologue, even though it gets a little bit long-winded towards the end. The Yonder Watch can take care of themselves. We do not need protection. Is it just me, or is that the exact opposite of what is going on here? Like, you got this prisoner dwarf, or this dwarf that just escaped Isengard prison to be your bodyguard and get rid of all the ruffians. And it is also true with the elves in Here of the Wind. That is where the elves go, so I just kind of stay there most times. Oh, look at that beautiful physical mitigation. I would love that so much right now. It just makes me want to cry. Well, I got that done. That's good news. We finally need some, well, apples for one, but we'll finally also need some Yonder boars. I was wondering when we would get them boars. Because we know when the hobbits go to Evendom, they notice the striking absence of boars there. But yeah, making good progress, I feel like. We're probably very close. Oh no, we're actually done with the quest of the Yondershire deed, so clearly the quests go beyond the deed. And it seems like perhaps quite a bit here, but yeah, got that. Got one more trait point I can get. Oh, Shield Mastery. Wonderful gambit I'll probably never use. And I think for now I will stay in the blue line until we get more good damaging gambits, but I might stay in the blue line forever just for the reflect. What am I doing? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I was going to look. I'm level 25, so I don't know what gambits I would have gotten. Yeah, it looks like these are all ones I knew I had. North Cotton Farms. It's to me, it's just like the Shire and now Yondershire, something that I could do every once in a while. Even though I'm going to do Evendom, I don't plan to do No, I don't plan to do Oakbarton. No, I plan to do Oakbarton. I don't plan to do North Cotton Farms. There we go. Wait. Yeah, Oakbarton has quests to the northeast for Boar Sword. I don't plan to do the North Cotton Farms part, basically. I think that's the way it works. Maybe it's Dwelling I'm thinking of. Or both of those. I don't know. But yeah, the intention for this character is to do Evendom. It's been a while since I've had a good Evendom playthrough on a character. So yeah. Otherwise, as far as this stream goes, I think it is about time to wrap up. I'm hoping Monday to have a video. I don't know, it could be a little bit for people that watch the streams. It could be a little bit of a recap video on some of the challenges and stuff going on with this character, or some other things with the minstrel. We'll see which one wins out of those two, but that's the hope for Monday. And then Tuesday I'm hoping to get back to this character and finish Yondershire, maybe do some missions and get set up for Evendom. And finally, if there's anything coming up with LOTRO news-wise. I have no idea what the cat is staring at. I'm guessing it's something on the monitor. Anyway, we have that type of stuff coming up, and I think we will wrap it up watching the cat. There she is. As far as this stream goes, of course, I've had fun on the Dwarden, and doing the Naked LOTRO challenge on him has been interesting. And yeah, I've had fun going through Yondershire. Has not been very bad, so that is good. Again, as I've repeated a lot, kind of like the Shire. But on that note, I hope you all enjoyed the content, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content and the cats. And I do have to thank the couple of people. Of course, YouTube does not do a good job saving the super chats, but a couple people gave super chats, so I appreciate that. And finally, thanks for watching, everyone.